Hi, and welcome to the Pop Culture Green Room. This is Blair Bryant,
And this is Kimberly Bryant.
and we have a very, very special guest today. And I'm over the moon about this, and so is Kim.
Oh yeah.
But not only that, but this is someone who's also been an longtime old friend of ours from high school, and he is making his Broadway debut with The Wiz.
Yes.
And I'm just so excited, and we're about to introduce y'all to Matthew Sims Jr. Hello, Matthew.
We are so excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, I am so grateful to be here. Thank y'all so much for having me. Thank you for it.
Of course.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh,
My
so am
goodness,
I.
as are we. Oh, we were so excited. Like we just knew that as soon as we saw, well, I mean, we always knew for the longest, as soon as we talked about launching a podcast, that we wanted to interview you because we saw how great you were doing and everything. And we were like, let's get somebody from Hammond America to come on. Oh yeah.
And we also sensed, we also sensed that you were going to do something big. It's kind of like our intuition just knew it, and we were right.
Shut up.
Manifested it.
It's so look, he manifested. Okay, we got to get bigger. The thing is, like when you are yourself, or sometimes you can get trapped into the mindset of I ain't doing nothing. And no one's watching, no one's paying attention to me. But this makes me so like happy that y'all even thought about me. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, we always talk because we always would conversate about you for years and years.
Literal conversations, yes. We're like, because we're like he's gonna go somewhere, and it's like and we're not talking about just like being an extra in like 3 or 4 commercials. We're talking about actual like name recognition on stage, on screen. Like we always felt it, And I'm just happy that it's you're doing it, you're manifesting it, but you're also putting a lot of hard work into it, and we could be more proud of you.
Bald-headed, lost all my hair, bald-headed, a lot of work, a lot of hard work. But I'm still here to tell the story.
Look, I call it the grown and sexy look.
Bald, beautiful, baby.
Yes, I think that grown and sexy, honey.
Yes,
I like that better. Grown and sexy, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Let's get into some questions. All right, here's the first. I've got one for you. So tell us about The Wiz. I started screaming. I was hollering whenever I found out that you got casted.
You started screaming. You started screaming for The Wiz?
I started screaming. I was hollering.
So, The Wiz. I don't even know what you want to know about it, but I'm going to give you information. If you be like, not that, we'll go to the next thing. So, my journey, I'll tell you about my journey, how it started. Sure. I was, during the pandemic, I moved to Atlanta. I was doing real estate because nobody was acting, nobody was doing anything. So I was like, I'm doing real estate, and I was miserable, horrible. And one of the people who I was finding a house for, she lives in Atlanta, obviously. She said, "I see The Wiz for you." Out the blue, I hadn't heard nothing about no Wiz.
Wow.
I mean, not that I hadn't heard anything about The Wiz. Like I knew what The Wiz was. About a new production of it, I hadn't heard a thing, but she put it on my Instagram post because I had posted me doing something, like taking a picture for Amazon or advertising glasses for Amazon, something like that. One of those little jobs I had. And she put on there, "This is great, but I see The Wiz for you." And I was like, okay, girl. Wow. So then the announcement came, The Wiz is coming, and I started seeing all the names that were going to be attached. Deborah Cox, Wayne Brady, Jaquel Knight, Amber Ruffin, all these names. And I was like, oh, okay, so The Wiz is coming out. Well, surely I started reaching out to my agents, like, hey, I'm trying to get an appointment. For the longest, I could not get an appointment. For The Wiz, and I was feeling it, just trying to feel down. Like, I can't believe I can't get an appointment. Like, maybe I'm not this, maybe I'm not that. You know how the brain does, the whole psyche.
Oh, for sure.
And I finally get an appointment for The Wiz. I get an appointment for The Wiz. It's for lion understudy and add a pearl. Because they were maybe doing some gender bending.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, okay, add a pearl. And I got so excited about add a pearl, I forgot about the line because I was like, oh my God, like I could be an add a pearl? I can. So I started singing the song, started rehearsing. I was like, oh my God, I can do this. Baby, I did the add a pearl thing and they said, let's do the lion. I started crying on the floor, sweating. Like I came out of the audition drenched. Like I had just went to a Shanti class. Like drenched. Everybody was in the hallway like, what did you do in there? I was like, baby, I was a lion, okay?
Yes, indeed.
I was sliding on the floor at my big age. Knees hurt. Like, why would you get in there and do that? Okay, anyway, did it. I was like, well, whatever. They laughed. They had a good time. No call back for this. That's what I thought. So weeks have passed, and I get an email that's like, you got to call back. And I was like, oh my God, I got to call back. So this time I got to go in. I can't go on the floor. But they just wanted to see me for Adipro. They want to see me for the line. So I was like, okay, cool. Go in for the Adipro. That was amazing. Did that. Slay, boom, cat. Go back in. They call me for a final callback. This was like in February at the top of the year. February, final callbacks. We danced all day. I had 2 final callbacks today. One for The Wiz and one for Tina Turner, the tour. So I'm finished dancing here. I had to go dance with Tina. I come back and sing here. I go back and sing with Tina. And it was like I'm running down the streets of New York, like going back and forth, trying to change clothes, and every time I get in, they're like, "Oh, it's your turn. You're next." I'm like, "No, I need time to freshen up. No, you're next." So I go in, do everything I had to do. In this Wiz callback, it was like every person who's on the team was in the room. It was like a big barbecue. They was passing. I don't think they were passing plates, but in my mind, they were passing plates of food. They were passing M&M's, ice cream sandwiches. Like they were in there comfortable, eating, watching you perform. Like they were getting free shows. So we did that in February. I heard nothing. From them. I want to say until like the end of May. So I assumed that I hadn't gotten anything. They had done a workshop in May, and I wasn't a part of the workshop. So, reasonably so, I was very down. I was beat up. And at this point, I was taking track of how many auditions I had. I said, there's a saying that there's like 100 no's to every yes. So, I was keeping track of all my no's.
Oh, okay.
I had gotten to like 88 no's. I had gotten to like 88. And so, at this point, I was like, I don't think it's for me. I don't think not this job specifically, but like this career as a whole. I was like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And I need money. Like New York is expensive just to eat. And what am I getting ready to do now that I'm not getting these jobs and I'm substitute teaching and I'm working at as a bartender here and singing a wedding band here and working at the photo booth here. And it's just like, I don't want to do any of these things. And if I'm going to do anything, if I'm going to just do this, I can go do this anywhere. I can go do this in Wyoming. So I was like trying to figure out a game plan to leave, and then I get another email like, "Hey, we want to see Matthew again." And I was like, "Oh, what? It's not over?
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise. So at this point, I'm excited. This time it was for Lion understudy and the Wiz understudy. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Learn those things. I think it was like the next day. So it was like a quick turn. It was like a quick process. And that week, I had like an audition every single day. And every audition that I went in, I got a call back for it. So I think I had just had the juice that week. Like that week, the stars and everything had aligned. God was like, it's your time. Because everything I went in, I was like, I'm going for this one. And I was like, let me just get this out the way because what I really wanted was the Wiz. So let me just get these out the way. Go in there, do it. They're like, oh my God, we want to see you tomorrow. No, but okay, I'll be back. Anyway, audition, do all the auditions, like 2 or 3 days of the Wiz stuff. And then I got an email. I was in my friend's apartment and I was just walking around. He had went to get something to eat or something. I was hanging out with him and I was just walking around. And I checked my email, nothing happened. So I went to use the restroom, came back out and checked my email again, and it said offer. And I said, what? And I was like, oh my God, wait, offer. And it said offer, tour, and Broadway. And I said, oh my God. Am I about to go to Broadway? So I FaceTime my parents. I was like, hey, what y'all doing? They're like, my dad was like, I'm working on a sermon. My mom was like, I'm cooking. I was like, okay, let's stop there for a moment. Let's sit down. I want to tell y'all both at the same time that I'm going to Broadway. And they're like, oh my God, wait, are you serious? Wait, is this happening? Oh my God. What are you going to Broadway with? And I was like, the Wiz, child. The Wiz. And they were so excited. I had to reach out to the girl who commented on my Instagram post. I was like, hey, you said this a long time ago, but I'm going to be in the Wiz. She was like, I told you, I knew it.
Wow.
Well, tell me what else you know, okay?
Right?
That was she gave me free psychic reading. I was like, baby, give me that. Give me all of that. So
I'm telling you.
Here I am today. So let me tell you my job at the Wiz. So on the Wiz, I am a swing. Do you know what a swing is?
That's whenever you're kind of like asked to be kind of thrown into any role at any time, like any particular role.
Absolutely. That is what a swing is. And they did that to me last week. And I also understudied the Scarecrow. So
nice. That's exciting.
Yes. So that is me, my journey with La Wiz. And here we are. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. And
awesome.
It's definitely been a journey. So
that I mean, I can't say congratulations enough, Matthew, because it's like, oh my goodness, it's just like, I mean, because like I said, like, who better deserves this than you, you know? And then
thank you.
Then it's like I just knew it and felt it and stuff. But you know, I'm gonna say too, that's that I could see a Tony and I could see Oscar, I could see an EGOT. So you know, right, I'm gonna manifest all the blessings for you, all the blessings. The EGOT for you.
EGOT. I love it. Let's talk about it. EGOT me, please.
yes, I can see it for you. But because I haven't seen a movie since I was like younger. Well, I feel like I've seen it a while back. Was Michael Jackson originally the Scarecrow on the movie?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Michael Jackson was the Scarecrow, definitely. And our Scarecrow now is amazing, Avery Wilson.
Oh, good.
His rendition is not Michael's, but I feel like in his vocals he pays homage to Michael a little bit. But then he is such a musical genius that he does any and everything, and everything he does, I'm like, wow, that was amazing. I thought last night was amazing, but tonight is even more amazing. So the cast is so phenomenal. Everyone is so unique, but still so talented, and you can learn so much from everybody that graces that stage. So I'm just grateful to be a part, like to be able to go to work and Deborah Cox be like, hey Matthew, girl, what? You know what I mean?
I know. Except for we used to listen to her when we were like younger. Like me and my sister had her sisters had her CDs, and
I got Christy for Christmas. Yeah, it's so wild.
You know how many times? You know how many times I've sang that in my shower, and then to show up at work, and she's like, hey, I'm like, hey, Sister. I was calling Sister Cox. I'm like, hey, Sister Cox. Like, it's like, you are so funny.
How is it working side by side with her?
She's so down to earth. She's so sweet. She's so gorgeous. She's so classy. She's so smart. She's so talented. Like,
wow,
it's great working. It's great working beside her. It's never why she act like it's never that. It's never that. But it could be that because she is who she is, you know.
Right, but she chose to be humble. That's amazing.
And guess what? Yeah. She followed me on Instagram first. Booyah! Okay.
No kidding. Look at my
thing. My goodness. I love it.
Wait, I don't even know what to do with myself. Wait, Deborah Cox following me? You following me, girl?
You better be feeling yourself. That's what you should be doing.
I am. Comment on my stuff. What has the world come to?
I've been peeling myself off the floor. That's all. I'm like, wait, what happened?
She's so sweet. She's so sweet. And to hear her again, another voice that she can do what she wants to do vocally, and her voice just does it. Like, I have to be focused. I have to be like, okay, what am I about to do? Okay, let's talk about it. Let's think about it, brain. What are we gonna do? Baby, she just opened her mouth and gold falls out.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness. So like so when you were younger, like was this anything that you've did you think about, like, you know, being an entertainer career wise, or was it something in the back of your mind as a dream, or was it something you really took seriously?
I always wanted to be an entertainer. I just didn't know the different aspect. I didn't know the different ways I could be one. So growing up, I grew up in church. Dad is a pastor, of course. So I was always singing in somebody's choir, in somebody's drill team, in somebody's usher board, like doing all the positions, which was training me to be a swing. I just thought about it. Like,
wow, how about that?
That's true.
It was training me to be a swing, to be able to think about all these different parts of moving on the stage. But I do know that my parents used to argue, like, you take such long showers, but what I would be doing is in the bathroom doing a concert. Like, I'd be like, okay, like, I would picture myself in the West Side Auditorium, and I would see the bleachers on this side.
Yes, indeed, I love it.
And then I turn around and perform to them a little bit. But you know, in our house we only could do gospel music, so I would be playing Kirk Franklin. And I'll be doing my little dance to Kirk Franklin over here, and I'd be like, oh, the people gonna be so excited. They're gonna be like this, and they're gonna see me doing this. So I always wanted to do that. I just don't think that my mind was articulating that this is what you want to do. This is what brings you joy. This is just something that you do naturally. And I always said I want to be like Wesley Snipes. I always wanted to be like Wesley Snipes. And all his movies.
Oh my gosh!
So TV was my mind, and I was always say I'm moving to LA when I grow up, and I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be an actor. So I always wanted to do that, and I know that as I got older, I started like choreographing things for the dance team in church, or like writing plays for Christmas, or doing things like that, and being in charge of things. But again, my mind wasn't processing that you're paving the way for the things that you do.
Right.
It was just like, oh, I just naturally do this. Okay, next thing. Okay, I naturally do this. Next thing. It was just like a task almost.
Right.
And so like as you grow older and you're like, oh, people like go to school for this. Like people like train and spend lots of money to get to develop these skills to then go into the workforce and do them. So I think all along it was there. All along it was, and then my aunt, rest in peace, my aunt Sharon, she was a singer. She would always sing around Hammond all the time, and I always would like study her and be like, I want to sound like her. So I think I just always wanted to do it. It was always in there, but my parents did not encourage it. They were not a fan of that. They were like,
right,
you want to be, all you want to do is be famous. You better find you a job and you know, figure something else out. And so I wanted to originally when I went to Southern, I wanted to major in acting, and they were like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I want to major in dance. And they're like, no. And I was like, I want to major in music. And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I want to be a lawyer. And I was like, no. And then they said, and so then I settled on education. So I got a degree in education, which it all worked out. Now I have a degree in education and in acting. So I could do, you know, both.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's actually a good story. That's a good way to encourage your students too.
Do you know that I have students who I work with, like not on the Wiz, but like on cruise ships, I had students who I work with because I taught high school. So those kids graduated and went into acting and went into musical theater. And in New York, I hang out with them sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, oh man, but they don't make me feel like that. But like we see each other at auditions, or
that is like, so crazy.
It is really crazy. And sometimes they're like, I had the Kyle who plays the lion. He's friends with some of my old students. And so he was like, how do you know Taylor? And I was like, oh, I was her teacher. And he was like, shut up. No, I was her high school math teacher. And he was like, what? You were her? Like, yes. He was like, that was my class. Like, we went to college together. I was like, I know. She told me. But I was her teacher. And now I'm it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's beautiful. And I learned so much from them because this younger generation don't play.
Yeah.
They have a whole different a whole different mindset than we have. But yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a small world.
Yes, definitely.
I love that. Oh my gosh. So like, okay, you told us and described like for us like how you were feeling and everything when you had gotten the roles. So, like what has been the most challenging thing for you so far that you've done? Like preparing or like getting into character, or if it was like overcoming like some type of like fear, or what was the most challenging thing that you've had so far?
The most challenging thing that I've had so far on this tour is what happened last Tuesday. So last Tuesday we were in Pittsburgh. Yes, we were in Pittsburgh. So this is our schedule. We have 8 shows a week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, 2 shows on Sunday. On Mondays, we travel to the next city. So early Monday morning, we were leaving DC. I flew to New York. I had business to take care of there. And then because we have a show Tuesday night, I flew to Pittsburgh Tuesday, thinking that I would have to be at the theater until 5:30, 6 o'clock. Well, all of the leads called out that day because they were tired. So it was understudy city. It was understudies on. I flew in Tuesday. My plane landed at 3:15. We had an emergency rehearsal at 3 because I had a split track. So I had to cover 2 people at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, okay, all right, because we have run out of bodies. So they were like, okay, you are now 2 people. So you cover these lines, you cover that line. You sing that song, you sing that song. You dance over here, then you come dance over here. Instead of leaving the stage and changing costumes, you dance over here. So it was just like, it was nonstop. My brain, I couldn't even think about, I was looking at words on the phone because I type out my tracking for each person that I cover. What they do, what they sing, what they wear, when they exit, when they enter. I type all that out. I couldn't even read words anymore at that point because my brain was like, It's too much. So I would just have the dresser, and I was like, just put on me whatever is next. Just put on me and push me out there, and I will figure it out when I get out there.
Wow.
But that, I had never done a split track. I have heard of it, but I had never, ever done a split track in my life. The cast was super supportive because in moments when they saw my face, like, they would just push me and be like, you're here. Because I don't want to mess up their show because they do this show every night. So I'm the new person. I'm the new body here. So I have to like move around them, but also hold the integrity of the show up and do very close to what the person who I'm covering does. But I'm doing two people. So I'm thinking about two different things at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, in moments, I was like, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? And they just push me. I'm like, oh, thank you. They call it shovel love. And they would just push me over and push me over. Oh. That was torture.
My gosh.
I can't imagine so.
that was torture.
Like, oh my gosh, that is acting. That's
I was stressed out for you listening to that.
Baby, I rested so good that night. And like my body was so, and it wasn't ever a moment where I got nervous. It was just like a feeling of feeling kind of overwhelmed because like you have so much to do, but just take it one song, one scene at a time. So I would say today that was maybe my most challenging moment so far on the tour. And that was like the first city. So we'll see what else we got up the sleeve. But I was like, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? But anyway,
because they knew you could handle it. They knew you had that. You had it in the bag. That's true. To get that bag.
Come on, to get that bag. That's what we're trying to do. My director told us that being a swing is it's an honor if someone asks you to be a swing. And it's very, because you have to be very intelligent. She said you have to be extremely intelligent to mirror a show because the people on this age may be doing the same dance they're doing, but opposite. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I didn't think about it from that perspective. Because originally, this is my second time swinging the show. The first time I swung the show, I felt as disrespectful. I was like, so you thought I wasn't talented enough to be on stage. So you just gave me something like, we'll just give it to him. It was like, if we didn't think you were talented enough, you wouldn't be here. But also, you can do all of their jobs. All of them can't do yours.
That's true.
That was our associate choreographer, Brian Harlan Brooks, said that to me, and it never left my mind. I was like, wow. I didn't think of it like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yes.
Yeah.
That's a good perspective to have, and it's true.
It is, because it also feels like sometimes like you can get left out of things as a swing, because when they're doing the cast photos or when they're doing certain things, everyone has a position. So as a swing, you don't have a position, so you're just watching all the time, or in the background, like, I guess in the background, in the audience, watching and making sure everything is fine. But you can find out that you're on in the middle of a show. You can find out in an hour before the show. You can find out in a moment's notice. Like, I could be here right now and get a text message and say, hey, such and such just broke their arm. Hopefully not, but someone just hurt themselves. You're on. Mm-hmm. And you just like that. Just like it's so quick. Like and so I was like, the mind.
You caught that.
I was like, the mindset that you have to have for that is phenomenal. So here we are.
That's really cool, because I mean, not a lot of people can do that. Because I mean, some people, when they look at, like Broadway, or they look at, Hollywood, or being on a screen, look at all like the glamour and the glitz and the accolades, but there's a lot of hard work that goes behind it, and a lot of dedication, and a lot of moments on there where it's like you're kind of freaking out, I'm sure, internally.
Oh my God. It was a whole World War III inside of my stomach. Like, inside my body, it was like everything was fighting against each other. So I couldn't even eat after the show.
Wow.
And
your nerves were all over the place.
Nerves were all over the place. So I couldn't eat. I didn't want to drink anything. I was just sitting at the end of the show. I was just sitting there like, they had taken every ounce of anything out of me. But that's what I was talking to Felicia Rashad about when I walked up to her. I was like, we worked together before, but you probably don't remember, but okay, whatever. And I said, you didn't see me perform today. I'm a swing. And she said, how's it going? And I said, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of difficult. And she said, well, I was a swing in this show before I booked the Cosby Show. And she said, had I not booked this, my brain, you'd have been able to move as swiftly as it did on the Cosby Show.
Wow.
And I was like, so are you telling me I'm about to be on TV?
It sounds like a blessing to be a swing, though, because like I said, it's like, I mean, it prepares you for the bigger things that are coming along that are ahead.
Yeah, and you don't get burned out because you're not performing every night.
That's true too.
Very true.
The show is still new to me. Whereas people who do it every night, they're like, here we go again. But to me, when I'm on, it's like, oh, and then they're excited because they're like, what is he gonna do? What's his interpretation of his character? How is he gonna handle it? Oh my God, let's see what he does. So it keeps it new when new bodies are up there. So it's pretty fun. And you get to see the show from different perspectives. People who have one role only see it from their perspective. But I get to have the blessing of seeing it from this character and seeing it from that character and seeing it from this person. So and singing this harmony versus singing that one. So it's cool.
That is very cool. But yeah, so speaking of TV, so like so it was like whenever, because we saw you were on Let's Make a Deal a few years back. So how did that come about? Like that was really, and I'll do a little dance.
That was classic.
So let's make a deal. I had a friend visiting LA. I was living in LA at the time in a little studio apartment. And one of my friends came to visit and she was like, I want to go on the game show, Let's Make a Deal. And I was like, okay, cool, let's go. So we signed up. I think you had to sign up like through the emails, requests to come in. But every person that goes on Let's Make a Deal, you have to audition. Like, you don't audition, but they ask you questions and check your energy. Like they see like,
oh, okay.
Is this person like somebody who we want to deal with? Whatever. So they say that and they don't say anything else. They just interview each person. They some kind of way figure out who they want to call. And so we were sitting in the studio and they had a commercial break and they had like a dance contest. I was not getting ready to dance in this dance contest. So people were dancing dance contest. And my friend who came to visit, they said, is there anybody else who wants to dance? And she pushed my hand up. So I was like, and they were like, you, come on down. And I was like, girl, why did you do this? Why did you do this? So then,
yes, indeed.
So then they started playing the music and it was like dance contest and I won like a little dance contest. So after the commercial break was over, I was the next contestant. They called me up to be the contestant and they were like, if only some music would play now. And then they played music and so I danced on the show. But I don't know if you remember that episode, I got zonked. And so I didn't get any money. I remember that, yeah. They invited me back to Zonk Redemption. And I won $8,700.
What?
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
They invited me back.
That's indeed.
They're like, we loved you so much. Would you like to come back? And I was like, if I come back, I ain't coming up there to win no money. But,
no.
Of course, I didn't say that to them.
All right.
But baby, I got back on that show and it was like an easy thing. I don't even know what it was, but they were like, would you like what's in my hand or would you like what's behind this? And I was like, what's in your hand? And it was $8,700.
Oh, wow.
And so I said, it's all spent now. It was great. It's a great memory, but I don't know where that money is.
I know how life goes. So yeah,
that's 1 month of rent in New York. That's 1 month of rent in New York. So
I feel that.
Oh my God. I understand. Oh my goodness. So we know you've met Felicia Rashad. So how many other of your idols have you met since you've been performing? And who do you want to meet next or work with?
Oh, okay. Let's start with who I want to work with. I want to work with Missy Elliott.
Oh yes.
I love Missy Elliott. I want to work with Fantasia Barrino.
Yes.
Well, her last name Barrino is Taylor now. I want to work with her. People who I have met. Oh my God, this is so hard. Titus Burgess. I've met Felicia, of course. Wayne Brady, Deborah Cox, of course. Avery Wilson. Who else have I met? I can't even think of people who I met. This is a good question because you got me.
I understand.
Don't put you on the spot, Matthew. I'm going to put you on.
You did. Oh, Andre DeShields, Leslie Uggams. Who else? It's a lot of people because I know when I'm working, I'm like, oh my God, I work with you. It's a lot of people. Right. John Legend.
Oh my God.
How is he?
Oh, he's sweet. He's so sweet.
Oh,
he's just as you imagine to be. He's so sweet. Who else? Oh, the Brandy Evans from, I don't know if you watch, I keep wanting to call it Players Club, but it's not. The TV show with the strippers.
P-Valley.
P-Valley.
I've never seen it, but a lot of friends are really into it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Which one is she? Because I'll watch it.
She's the lead, Mercedes.
Oh, Mercedes. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, she's a teacher.
Yeah,
she became an actress. Yeah.
We're like friends now.
Really? That's so cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh my God. Let us see. See, it's all coming back to me now.
Really? Wow.
Cynthia Bailey, Candy Burris.
Oh, I met Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia's great.
She's very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful in person. Oh.
I was dancing with somebody at a party, and I didn't realize who she was until they called her up to, what's her name? Because I play her song all the time. Tidra Moses. So Tidra is from New Orleans. Lettuce is from New Orleans too.
Okay.
Tidra Moses, I was dancing with her at Lettuce's birthday party, and I didn't know who she was. And then they called her up to sing, and I was like, "That's you? Why you didn't tell me who you was?" She's like, "You didn't ask." Okay, girl. So I met so many people. Oh my God, Danielle Brooks. Do you know Danielle Brooks from Orange Is the New Black?
Yeah.
And she's also in Color Purple. She plays Sophia in the new Color Purple that's about to come out.
Yeah.
I met so many people
that's good.
And I look forward to meeting so many more people because I know so many people are gonna come.
Oh, absolutely.
Gonna come see this. But but also speaking of who I want to work with, I do want to work with Danielle Brooks. Like I said, Missy Elliott and Fantasia. John Legend. I sang on his album, but I really want to like sing with him.
Oh, really?
And
oh yeah, that'll be.
Oh, the man who says "I'm coming to America." I can't think of his name right now. Stop all that falling down the stairs, shit. You conscious?
Hold on.
I did a studio session with him. Oh, Leslie and Keenan. I was on Saturday Night Live with them.
Oh, really? No kidding.
Yeah, it's like I met a lot of people. That's a blessing. Wow. I met a lot of people.
That is amazing. That's so much to think, like it just started me just to think that, where you've come from and that. I mean, it just shows that anybody can achieve anything and don't let the roadblocks stop you.
Don't let it stop you because it's easy. It's easy to stop.
Oh, it is.
I just tell myself that every day.
And feel like, because also I like this picture of, and it's what keeps me going. So there's a picture, and I think I have it in my phone somewhere, but I'll send it to you if I find it, of where there are two people like mining through the ground or something like that, and one of them stops and one of them continues to go. And the person that stopped, like the goal was right. If they would have hit it one more time, it's right there. And so I always think of that because I'm like, I just got another no, but dang. And I get an audition, I'm like, I'm not doing it. But what if that's my yes? Or what if that's the thing that catapults me to where I see myself? And so I said it to say that now there have been moments where I've taken breaks. And I'm like, this ain't for me. And that's why you have to surround yourself with community who see you for who you are and see the power in you and see the greatness in you. And like, well, this is great. You can have this pity party for a couple of days, but after that, you got to come back to, you got to get back to the grind. You got to get back to the grind and pursue your purpose. So.
Absolutely. So like, what's a day in a life for you whenever like you're preparing, like whenever, I guess now that you're on tour, like, I mean, I'm sure that's pretty, overall, like, I'm sure it's a lot that you have to fill in one day or.
Actually, so it's good. On tour, it's good when you have not 1 weekers. When you sit down in a city for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so you can get adjusted and you can actually have some free time. But like, I'll give you a span of our week. Usually, our week is Monday we travel, so we go to a new city. Tuesday we get there early because we have sound check. We have to get adjusted to this new theater, so we have to work with their sound, meet the people who dress us, meet the people who wig us, meet all those people, then get a tour around the theater so we know where we are, where we're going. So we're early Tuesday. Wednesday, which is today, right? It's kind of like your first real day to like have a free day. And you go to the theater like 30 minutes before the show starts. So the show starts at 7:30 at night. I have to be there at 7 o'clock. Thursday is when you have rehearsal. So Thursday is for the understudies and the swings where we rehearse the show to make sure that it's fresh, to make sure that we're ready to go on with any particular track that we may be asked to do. Friday is another day where you probably can get up and do something if you want to. Saturday, your life is over because you have 2 shows. So your life is over. And then Sunday is still over because hey, you have 2 more shows. And Sunday night when basically at the show, it's time to pack. It's time to like pack and don't forget anything. Make sure your suitcases are 50 and not over because you're gonna get charged an extra fee. And then Monday morning you hit it, traveling to another city. So usually like when I'm at the airport, they're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like,
don't know.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
You're like, I don't know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know that reminds me of. I heard a lot of musicians like whenever or like singers before they perform they've got the city like on tape like on the curtain before they.
So you know
was that old Southwest commercial they had where a guy was saying, "What's up?" It's like somebody like, "What's up?" Like so what's up North Carolina? And then he's like in the wrong state or something random like that, and everybody's like, "We want to be confused." He's like, "Want to get away?"
I remember that.
That's what it reminds me of. Oh, that was so funny.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that commercial very well. No, that's what it is because like yesterday we flew. Was it yesterday? Wasn't yesterday? Day before yesterday. We flew an American, but they didn't have my frequent flyer miles attached to it, so I had to call them. And they were like, to verify your account, let us know the last time you flew American. And I was like, 2 weeks ago. They're like, where did you go and where'd you come from? And I was like,
yeah.
I sounded like a fraud, like I was a scammer. I was like, I said, well, I know I've flown to North Carolina, I've flown to Charlotte, I've flown to, he was like, Pittsburgh. I said, Pittsburgh, yeah, that's it. I was like, and I'm from Jesus.
I said, I think you're being Joanne the scammer.
Joanne?
Truthfully, honestly.
Help me out. Shit, don't have me just out here struggling. Trying to pass this test. It's me. I'm calling for my points, but we got to figure it out.
That's a good. That's just. I mean, it sounds like an exciting life. I mean, like I'm sure, like just like top my. Oh goodness, I'm flustered. Like despite like the craziness that goes with it, but so like what kind of roles do you like? Would you like to see for yourself in the future?
I want to be in like dramatic things. I know people are always like, "Oh my God, you're so funny," but I want to be in like some serious suspense.
Right.
Like I want to be the guy. Like you don't ever see me as the guy who is behind the crime or something like that, or the guy who is like the mastermind who is doing stuff. Like I want to be in shows like that. Like I want to be in action stuff. I'm not gonna do all them stunts and all stuff. So I need a stunt though. But I want to play roles like that, and I want to play roles where I'm the sexy man.
Yeah,
I'm a love interest. I ain't gonna be chasing these people all the time. I don't want somebody chasing me.
Right.
I can't chase them in life and on film. Come on, baby. Somebody gotta chase me at some point. Now I'm ready to run. Right. So I want to be the love interest.
I could see it for you.
Who's like, you can see it.
Yeah, because see the thing about it too is, I mean, it's like it'll not only will it be a challenge for you, but also will show it'll demonstrate range.
Yeah. But one thing I do want to book a sitcom. I want to book a sitcom that's like
I love that
on. You know how you pull up the Martins and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and you pull up the Family Matters, and you go back and watch Living Single. You watch those shows that have come out eons ago. But they still like what's happening. Like what's happening.
Yes.
Oh my God, what's happening? That was a staple.
My favorite show. I wanted to be on that show so bad.
I loved What's Happening.
I wanted to be reruns.
Oh, I loved him. Reruns dances in his Kangol hat, and I loved it. And
all that I want to do it.
It was a Dwayne who always wanted to say, "Hey."
Hey.
Yeah. I love D because how D was like, D was always instigating. Oh, she was so funny.
Baby, D was a slayer. She would come out with this one hit punch, one liner.
Poor Raj.
And I'd be like, poor Raj. And Mabel.
It's a break with D.
Now we're right. You know what's crazy? What's happening? Mabel King was Eveline. And she was also the mother on What's Happening. So that's crazy. We talking about What's Happening, and it ties right into the list. Yes, Mabel King.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, those are some of the things I want to. Those are some of the things that I want to do. I want to do movies. I want to actually write. So I've started like writing little things.
That would be really cool. Yeah.
I'm kind of like, is it good? I don't know, but I want to start. I kind of want to be. I don't want to say kind of. This is my goal. I want to be the Tyler Perry of our time, but a little different. Like,
okay.
When somebody walked down, I want the wigs to be good.
I was about to say that. I was like, we need better wigs.
I want the wigs to be right.
Put some money to the wig budget.
Yeah, but also the legacy that Tyler Perry has created is amazing, and he's self-made, you know,
right,
and created a wonderful character, Medea. And not saying that I want to like create like Medea or anything, but I want my own movie studio where I can film at, where I can create my own thing, and be a producer as well. So from the business aspect, I want to be like Brother Perry.
That's awesome. You know, I think is doing something similar. Anthony Mackie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard that. If my information's correct, he acquired space in out in New Orleans East because it's like, which because there's a lot of desolate space out there. You know, it's like put studios up there, and I'm almost positive I've heard that before that he's done that. I have to look more into it, but I'm pretty sure
somebody's doing something with the old jazz man.
Really, I think they're finally doing something with it. I can't remember what exactly, but
I think it's Elvin Ross. So Elvin Ross, another one. He's basically the music director always on Tyler Perry things. And I used to go to church with him in Atlanta. I used to go to Paul Morton's church in Atlanta. So that's how I became friends with PJ Morton. And
I met PJ Morton twice. He's great.
Oh, you did?
I did. He's a really nice guy. Yeah.
He's so nice. So nice.
He is.
I think they're doing something with Jazzland. I read it on one of their Facebook pages that they're doing something with Jazzland as far as like a I don't know if it's filming or soundstage or something, but something's getting ready to come of it. So I'm like, okay, that's dope. And that's really cool.
That's awesome.
And I hear a lot more tax breaks happen when you do it in like Louisiana or as opposed to LA.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes because I mean that's why I've heard that because I mean, because whenever I can't remember, I think it might have been whenever what's his name was well he's still governor now, but he was trying to implement that stuff back in again to where they have better tax breaks for filming and
I do remember that.
Yes. Oh, what's his name? What's the name you thinking of? Tell me, because I'm trying to think of his name. I'm
embarrassed because my brain is stalling out right now.
Is it still John Edwards? Or is it not John Edwards anymore? I don't know. I don't pay attention to Louisiana politics.
I think that's his name. I think that's his name. Like John Bell Edwards, yes. He's like John Bell Edwards. I believe he instilled a lot of stuff again because Bobby Jindal got rid of all of that. A lot of that tax break stuff whenever he was governor years ago, and it messed a lot of things up for a while. But then John Bell Edwards came in, and if I'm correct on any of this, he reinstilled like he got it to where it's like that people can actually we can actually film again here, and it makes sense. And get tax breaks and all. And yeah, he's been good for that. He really has been
good. It's necessary.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They kind of left after Katrina, and that's when I left.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do a lot.
That's right. Yeah, you were gone.
I used to do a lot of extra work there. So it's good to see that stuff is coming back. And
because I used to work for a real estate broker who did he did a lot of housing for actors and actresses when it came film crew whenever it came down to film in New York.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like that was something I was actually about to kind of get really into, but then I ended up switching agencies. But that was really interesting and fascinating because just kind of like, and I was kind of always wanted that with you because I knew you did real estate for a while too, and
for a very little while.
Right, I remember that.
Very little while. Blair, I could not keep up with it. I did not like lead generation. I did not like calling people, scraping up no conversation just to ask them. I just want to let you know I'm doing real estate. So will you think of me? No, I don't. Right.
I'm the same way because I mean it's like, but I mean I can't believe I'm going to be 10 years into this in March.
10 years,
which is insane to think about. Yeah, 10 years in March, and like it's
it takes a special talent. It takes a special talent to be able to do real successful houses. I don't want to get in out of my car, drive around, look at no house, and then you talk about, do you have something else? No, you better get this.
It definitely had its perks and pitfalls, but I'm happy the acting thing's working out for you because it's definitely challenging.
It is, and you know what? It's also like I just got a reassuring email 2 days ago. So my agent sent me an email. I also have an agent and manager, and they take a lot of money. Anyway, I was say they take a lot of money to a check too, but we wouldn't even talk about checks. I got a reassuring email from my agent that said as I told you, I was auditioning for The Wiz and Tina the same day in February. And Tina just emailed me and said, "Hey, is Matthew available to start immediately?" And I was like, "Well, look at them!
Wow!
We remember him earlier in the year. He was great." And I was like, "Yeah, I remember that because when I walked out, I was like, I must have been horrible because I didn't get the job and moved on with my life. But I got the job I was supposed to get. So
yeah, for sure.
Oh, definitely, yes. So, like, how long is it? The Wiz going on tour for? And when's it going to go on Broadway?
So we are on tour. We have a break. We have a break in December, 2 weeks in December, December 17th through the first of the year. We're off. Then we go to the West Coast at the top of next year, 2024.
Okay.
March 3rd is our last day in LA. We fly back to New York. I think we have a week off, and then we start rehearsals for Broadway. And we open April 17th.
Nice. Oh, that's so exciting.
On Broadway debut. And I know a lot of people say how long, like talk about how long it takes for you. Some people come to New York and make it like that. Like my friend Judith, she's in The Wiz. She moved to New York within 3 or 4 months. She had booked her first Broadway show, and she's been on Broadway maybe 3 or 4 times. But I haven't, and so I moved to New York in 2017. Until like 2000, till pandemic. I left in the pandemic, and I just came back. So I want to say it took me maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't want to count all the time because I did leave for a while, but maybe 4 or 5 years. It took me to actually get my debut. So I'm grateful, excited.
That is exciting.
Shocked.
Oh my gosh.
I can imagine you felt all the things.
Even more than like being on Broadway is the fact that I have a job that pays me enough money to meet my needs in one of the most expensive cities in the world, doing what I love to do.
Oh, yes.
It's like all of those things. I get to do it. It's not like I'm working in politics, but I hate it, but it pays me a lot, you know? It's like I do what I love, getting paid enough to do it, and I'm doing it at the pinnacle of what people believe is the pinnacle of theater. You know, like Broadway, when people are like, have you done Broadway? They always ask you that. Like, oh, you done this, you done that, but have you done Broadway? And I usually have to say, no. But now I can say, I don't know if you heard of it. It's called, have you heard of Wiz? Okay, yeah, I'm in it. But anyway, so yeah.
Not louder for the people in the back.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
But yes, I'm gonna give a little information for our listeners that go to wizmusical.com, and that's where you have your tickets information and cities that are touring in. You have social media platforms. You have Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok. I actually got TikTok. I love TikTok.
I feel like I'm glad to hear you say that because we're similar ages, and because I thought it was me. I was like, maybe I'm getting too old for this because my brain started shut down. I'm like, it's too much. Instagram is as far as I can go.
Right.
I think it's like a lot of people talking to you, and you're like, no, just text me. I don't want to talk to all these people on all these different platforms. But I had started my math tutoring page on TikTok, and I kept up with it for a while, and then I just stopped. But it's cool.
You got bigger things going on.
Yeah. Because like with us, we're trying to do a same with our like social media platforms. And I mean, God bless Kim, because she's been doing a great job with that. I've been just kind of lifing on mine, so it's just kind of overwhelmed. Like, I get overwhelmed easier than she does. And
it's just kind of get overwhelmed on social media.
I'm running with it.
It's the good for you, Kim. I can't, like, I need to, when I am able to, I'm going to hire somebody to do that. Because like, even just posting what city we're in, I'm behind. I'm already behind. I'm like, dang, this city's flying by.
Right.
And then I'm like, I don't have any pictures from this city. Who did I talk to in this city? Oh, what did I do? Like, it's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Social media is a lot for myself. I like more interaction like this or in person.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
I'll talk to you all day.
Yeah.
Get me on social media and they're like, oh, I'm bored. But
I feel that.
God, this is fun. Oh my goodness. I am enjoying the hell out of this. And what I'm actually
me too.
The silver line.
Yes.
The silver lining in all this, it's like I feel like I'm finally using my bachelor's degree that I paid all that money for.
Right? Yes, exactly. Yes.
What is your degree in?
It's a mass communication, broadcast, and journalism.
There
and
you go.
I did the Southeastern Channel for a little bit, did sports reporting, and then I was saving money. I was going to go to film and acting school to New York Film Academy. I had a plan in place. I worked as a nanny for a little bit. I lived in East Hampton, New York. I had a nanny job from hell, flew back. 7 days later, it was a nightmare. And I was like, nope, I'm going to stick to normal 9 to 5. And I just knew it in my gut for a long time that wasn't for me. It wasn't where I really wanted to be. I never felt like I really belonged in there. I felt like I was capable of bigger. And then eventually I was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
And then somehow, like, we just kind of came up with the idea of podcasting. Like, let's try it because but I think what kind of inspired us is that I don't know if you follow that. It's one of my favorite like entertainment and gossip like sites. It's that Instagram account Demois. You probably heard about it here and there, but I
never heard of it.
It's very fascinating because it's kind of like it's people sending all kinds of different tips and different things, and it's pretty fun and also kind of salacious. But
how you spell it?
It's like the French word DEUXMOI. Like it's like French like TV.
Okay.
But so however it is, it's like she would go on. It's like what's it? Spotify Green Room, which she used to do like live shows on there. The host of it, like anonymously. And she like I'll be called up pretty often, and it's like and funny enough, it's like my energy would just turn on like that whenever I talk with her. And people when they were like who were chatting just about, it's like I love her energy, and it's kind of funny because it's like I mean, funny enough, it's like I haven't like I guess I'm more self-conscious doing our own podcast. That it's like it took me a while to kind of get my confidence up again.
Yeah.
But like I find out when we do interviews and stuff like that, and we've been friends with you for so long that it's like it comes naturally, and it's like that's like that. I love where my energy level is, and I need to keep up there.
I'm like, yeah, you doing great to me. Like you do this every
day. Thank you.
I think it was meant to be, but yeah, it was. And we had gotten to a little slow spot, and then we went to go visit our cousin Dale in New Orleans, and he's a Broadway producer, and actually the company and we saw his Tony Award. It was awesome.
I've never seen a Tony Award in real life.
That was really cool. That was an experience seeing one in person. Yes.
Is it heavy?
I haven't carried it or picked it up or touched it, but it was there.
But it was there. And what did he have it? Like, what did he have it in? Is it in like is it like in a glass case, in a china closet or something? Or is it just like sitting on what is it?
It's actually just, it's not in a case yet, but yeah, but I don't want to give it too much. I want to go break in his house and try to take it.
Look, what's it?
Well, it's a sight to behold, but yeah.
No, I can't wait to see one like in real life. Like, of course, I've never been close to one.
No, really, you'll have your own in your hand before you know it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're right about that. I'm gonna, and then we're gonna do another interview, and the Tonys shall be here lined up.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. We shall. We definitely shall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and look, we'll have an actual nice studio. If I'm not like in my own studio remotely back in California, right. I now I'll be back there.
You want to go back to San Diego?
You find your home, and like that's just my home now.
That's it for you. And you're sure San Diego is it, or would you want to go to another part?
Actually, so it's right now. It's probably going to be Los Angeles, to be honest.
Okay.
If not San Diego, because I might switch it up a bit, but San Diego is like such. It's so my home.
Yeah, I can see.
I can't describe it, and people it's expensive, but it's just it's like when you're there, it's kind of like so much, But
the few times that I went to San Diego, I enjoyed it better than LA.
Yeah, and I get that. Yeah, the vibe is definitely different. It's definitely different. It's definitely a different vibe, but I figured, why not? It's something. It would be something new and different.
Yeah,
from California, and I love it. I love taking the train though, like up the coast.
Yeah. I did that before one time. It was so easy. Instead of driving down there, I took the train. Yeah, it was so easy.
I have to do that. I love train rides.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it was so easy. I actually started taking an Amtrak from New York, like maybe like in the last few months. I took it because I had to take it to like wedding gigs, and I would take it to like Philly or take it to like DC, and it was so easy. And the train is so fast, and it doesn't feel like dirty. And they serve food on there, so it was like, oh, this is really cool. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So now I actually opened up my realm of travel to trains. Who knew?
Oh, I was telling Kim the other day that I'm one of my biggest dreams for myself that I'm manifesting is to take the Orient Express in one time in my lifetime.
Okay, Orient Express.
I want to do that. It's like, I think like at least $10,000 or whatever, but like I think that'll be a trip of a lifetime.
Oh, baby, you'll have it. There'll be nothing. $10,000, that's nothing. Go on, let's make a deal a couple times.
I know, right?
You will have it. Have y'all heard about that hotel they're building out of space that is like a couple, like 24,000 to 40,000 a night?
Oh goodness, I wouldn't doubt it. It sounds like I can see
it's
that.
Supposed to open in 2025. I don't know what planet.
Oh wow!
I'm not trying to go. I'm not trying
to go on the moon. I'm assuming
all these different places. Everybody trying to go. I was like, you saw what happened to the people who try to go to Titanic. Now y'all want to go out there? Okay. So
stop at the Titanic. Yeah, that. Good Lord.
But it's nice. It's nice to hear about. Nice to read about. But
it's
not my thing.
It's like
I'm still trying to conquer Earth. I'm still trying to figure out Earth.
I know. Yeah. I think the guy not navigating right.
Baby, I'm trying to get that down pat. Y'all would try to go out of okay. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to navigate downtown.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. But no, this is exciting. It's all what we'll do. We'll get your links posted up and everything. So that way, anybody wants to go see your place, stop by social media, all that good stuff. We're excited. Oh, we can't thank you enough.
I know. I'm gonna try to go see. We have to do this.
Please, definitely. Please let me know. Even if you because I know the tour cities. I know like the cities that like North Carolina. I'm trying to think of things that are closer to Louisiana. North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, all those are sold out, which is a great thing.
Definitely.
But West Coast has a bit. I don't know, but I don't think West Coast is sold out yet because we haven't heard that.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
And we also get access to house seats, so I could definitely get you that information for house seats if you want. Just let me know. And I have no information about like. I just know the theater for Broadway, but I have no ticket information for that.
Yeah,
I know they just went on pre-sale, November 2nd, I think, something like that. But that's all I know about the Broadway tickets.
That's cool. I mean, I'm just so excited and over the moon for you because I mean, you, like I said, it's been a long time coming, and you deserve it. And I can't think of anything better.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful, and I'm gonna roll around and wallow in this moment of deserving and grateful.
Yes. Thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate it so much for joining us.
Anytime. Thank y'all for asking me. And how do I get to see the podcast, or how do I get to listen to it? You'll send me information?
Yes, we're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. So the Pop Culture Green Room, and but we're also on YouTube. Well, that's really sad because I haven't really navigated the YouTube page very much, but Kim has it set up on YouTube.
Oh, I just set up. We started YouTube last week, so. And I've been taking that and I've been running with that also, Matthew. So yeah, we'll have our YouTube video. I'm going to put that up as soon as we get that all edited and put together. So I'll let you know. I'm super excited. And you can share it with anyone. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. It's going to be shared.
Oh,
yes.
Oh my God. This was so much fun.
Yeah, we had a blast. This was fun.
Me too. Well, thank y'all for the reunion as well.
I know. We're going to make it happen in person much sooner rather than later.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to celebrate in person.
Yes, let's do that.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're gonna let you go on the rest of your day. And when you get to your day in life of Broadway stardom.
Look, I'm about to go season this chicken and go soak in the tub for a little bit and get ready for work. Bake it and get ready for work.
Right.
There you go.
Just imagine it's just amazing to have something like that as your job.
I love y'all too.
Love you too.
Have a phenomenal day.
All right, have a good one.
You too, man.
Bye-bye.